What's up, guys? How's it going? It's Matt. So, this is going to be my part two of the series that I started, the Home Defense Tips and Tactics series. Alright, so this is going to be part two. So, I'm going to be discussing the types of intruders that you will come across. Alright, so here they are. Alright, guys, so as we know it, the world is full of lots of people. There's good people, there's bad people, there's crazy people, there's druggies, there's all this other stuff. So just go on the news, just any time of day, just go on the news and try to not hear something about a home invasion or a robbery or something like that. Just try. Look, in life, guys, there are various types of people. There's average, everyday, good Americans like us, Europeans, whoever you guys are. There's good people like us that are just trying to live our lives. You know, I'm a full-time dad. I take care of 3 kids. 2 are in school at the moment. I'm home with my youngest who's watching cartoons at the moment. You know, people just work every day. People that take care of their kids. People that just living their life, guys. So for most people, guys, their home is like their personal sanctuary. You know, the last thing that comes to most people's minds are the possibility of someone trying to break into the home, whether they're a criminal, whether they're opportunistic, or whether they're a psychotic home invader. The last thing that comes in people's minds. Some people, they don't even lock the doors when they're at home, right? Some people just don't lock the doors. I know a couple people that don't even lock the doors when they're not at home. So I'm just going to bring these types of people to you guys just to let you know the type of people that you might encounter if they are trying to break into your home. Alright, so the first type of intruder that you will come across, which will be out there, guys, are what I like to call the professionals. So the professionals aren't opportunistic or anything like that. What these guys do is they literally make a living doing this, okay? They will find a house, they'll travel different, upscale neighborhoods or even lower scale neighborhoods, and they'll look for targets. They'll look for houses that look like it'd be a good target to hit, a house that would have a lot of expensive goods in it and stuff like that they could take. And what they will do is they will follow the people in the house, or they will watch the house for weeks to months at a time to determine a schedule of the person that's living there, or the people that are living there. Alright, so what they will do is on the day of the robbery, they will send a scout ahead of them. The scout usually goes to the house, he'll knock on the door, bang on the door, try to get as much attention as he can to find out whether anyone's in the house or not. And then when he determines if they're going to be in the house or not, then he's going to call the actual team, the professionals, and they will show up with a freaking moving truck. I mean, I'm not joking. They'll show up with a moving truck, and they'll park it at the door, and they will steal everything. And most people that are driving by are like, oh, they just must be moving out or moving something in. They won't even realize that these guys are professional criminals. And they, like I said, they will literally take everything in your house. Now, these, for most part, are not going to be violent people. They are going to avoid as much conflict as they can. But if backed into the corner, these guys can be very, very dangerous. Most of the time, they aren't going to be armed. If they're armed, it's what they found in your house, all right? So that's the first type, is the professionals. Okay, now the second type, which is this is more of a dangerous type, guys, is the opportunistic. Most of the opportunistic criminals are druggies or gangsters or just kids trying to make a name for themselves. And they'll just be wandering around with their buddies or something like that, and they'll see a house like, hey, that door looks open, and I can see a phone over there. I can see a laptop right there. Oh, I'm just going to run in and grab it and leave, That's, for most part, what you're going to find out with the opportunistic. At the same time, the opportunistic could be druggies, and there's a high chance that they're druggies, and they're looking for as much valuables as they can. They're very unpredictable, and they're going to rush into the house. They're going to try to grab what they can. If they are confronted, they can get violent, guys. So you got to be very wary and very careful of these guys. So a good way to stay away from them, guys, is to lock your doors, all right? And don't leave stuff open, all right? And don't leave valuables out where people can see them, right? Because these guys, if they see a chance, they're going to run in and they're going to take it, guys, all right? The final type of criminal that I want to talk to you guys about, so they could play in different roles. They could be terrorists, they could be gangsters, they could be whatever they are. These guys are the home invaders, guys. And these, if you guys look at the news, you see the articles, these are violent criminals, okay? They're gangs, they're terrorists, they're whatever they are, guys. They are very violent criminals. And they are coming to your house fully knowing that you and your family are going to be home. And they're usually going to do it in the middle of the night. They show up in force in the middle of the night, fully armed, even body armor, fully, usually long guns. And they will show up and they will take hostages in the house. They will do horrible things to people. They will do horrible things to people. I don't even want to get into it. Just got to look at the news and you'll see. But these guys will come in, they'll take hostages, and they will even take them to the bank. Like, say, they'll take a hostage, for example, and then they'll bring him to the bank when the bank's not open, have him go in, and they'll try to empty out the safe with it. You have seen it in movies and stuff like that, and you've heard it in different files, FBI files and stuff like that. These home invaders are also the type of people that are big in druggies, or they have grudges, or they're gangsters, and they're looking for a payback, revenge, or they're just psychotic, and they just want to cause as much havoc, damage, and anarchy as they can. These people, like I said it before, they will actually come into your house fully armed to a T. Okay, they will have everything. Now they'll be able to take buildings. If you're in a combat zone, they'd be able to take buildings with these, and they probably practice with this. They probably have experience from doing it before. They usually aren't. They're usually repeat offenders. And what they will do, they'll take hostages. They'll be bad. I mean, they will be. I don't even want to get into, like I said, I don't even want to get into some of the stuff that they say. Anyway, these are the guys you have to be the most wary about. Okay, that means at night, when everyone's asleep, the doors need to be locked. The windows need to be locked at all levels, guys. These guys, however, will kick down doors. They'll break windows. They'll come in fully armed, and they will rush to your bedrooms. They will rush to your bedrooms or to wherever you are, and they will hold you at gunpoint, and they will either kill people on the spot, or they will just hold people hostage. All right, so these are not like the professionals or the opportunistics. Opportunistics are violent. Professionals can be violent. These guys have the intent of causing harm or violence to you. So the only way to respond to these guys is active defense, which means you actually have to engage them and you have to stop them. Now, I wanted to cover all these guys or all these different types of peoples, because I just want to give you guys an idea of what I'm going to be talking about in this video. And this is literally the type of stuff that you're going to be coming across. I have a notepad here that I'm going over the notes with you guys. Anyway, guys, so these are the type of invaders that you will come across, the most common type of invaders you will come across. Like I said, you have the opportunistics, you have the professionals, then you have the home invaders, all right? So, and they're all violent, don't get me wrong, they're all breaking the laws, and we'll probably do some bad stuff, but the most violent by far will be the home invaders. The opportunistic will be really unpredictable, but can get violent. So anyway, guys, so there it is. If you like this video, like, share, subscribe, and tell your friends about me. And remember, it's our responsibility to take care of each other and protect each other.